Voters in South Carolina will decide who they want as the presidential nominee for both the Democrat and Republican parties. In New Hampshire, someone tried to influence voter turnout with a robocall. They used a fake voice recording of President Biden. Experts believe that it was created with artificial intelligence. Now, South Carolina voters are being warned to be vigilant for the same kind of political high-tech trickery. Politics and dirty tricks are not always mutually exclusive. Primary voters in South Carolina may learn how technology is taking political treachery to a new level.
It's important that you save your vote for the November election. We'll need your help in electing Democrats up and down the ticket.
That's just a sample of a robocall to New Hampshire primary voters pretending to be President Joe Biden. It's not him talking. It's an example of someone using artificial intelligence to meddle in the presidential primaries.
That was not the president. That was fake, and it was certainly not recorded by this president.
You expect the voters in South Carolina who are in the middle of the primary now to get one of these phone calls?
I think it's very possible, yes.
Rajul Gupta warned us in a November WJCL 22 News investigation that bad actors would try and taint the upcoming election.
The 2024 election is going to be the deepfake election.
He says his team was quickly able to debunk the New Hampshire robocall as an artificial intelligence version of Biden's voice.
He says words like malarkey and Democrat, and even words like the and. The pacing, the length of those words, the pauses in between these words is clearly indicative of an AI-generated voice.
I emailed both the South Carolina Democratic and Republican state parties 3 times to ask if they were concerned and on guard about someone trying to use AI-generated voices of either candidates to influence voters. The state Democratic Party says it will be vigilant, but does not have a plan should someone create a fake AI-generated robocall. The National Republican Party did make Tommy Pigott, a strategic communications director, available for a Zoom interview.
Look, we're vigilant across the board. I mean, when it comes to misinformation in general.
Are you guys making sure that no one tries again to pollute the water for your 2 candidates who want to reach voters in South Carolina?
Look, this is part of our effort to make sure that voters have all the information that they need. There's nothing specific I can speak to in terms of a threat or an example I know of that happening currently. But if that were to happen, part of it is correcting the record, speaking to voters, being on the ground and talking to voters.
What's your message to voters in South Carolina with the primary happening and about to happen?
To voters in South Carolina, you can no longer trust what you see and what you hear. Anything that you see or hear, unless it's been validated by a reputable news organization, could be fake.
The New Hampshire Republican Attorney General says that he will investigate that fake robocall. But as to who is responsible for creating those calls, again, using artificial intelligence, authorities in New Hampshire don't know, and neither does Gupta of Deep Media.